Wherever you're joining us. This is episode 6 of Do You Really Know? We're excited today as guests and this fun, fabulous show. Let me go ahead and play the intro and so you can find out who is going to be on the show today. This is show number 6 with the wonderful TJ Hogg from Michigan. All right, we have the wonderful, the fabulous Mr. TJ coming in here. Let me go ahead and bring him in. Do we really know Mr. Tim or TJ Hogg from Michigan? Let me bring him in. Mr. TJ, good afternoon. Welcome to the show.
Good afternoon. Thank you for having me.
How are you today?
I'm doing great. And yourself?
Excellent, excellent. I'm excited to have you here on my show, episode 6. Do you really know?
Hello,
And I see we
Lisa.
have some friends here already. Leslie is joining us. Hi, Leslie. Thank you for joining us. And let's get started with Do You Really Know? All right.
Alrighty then. Let's get
First
started.
question. Okay, it's loading. Okay. Who is your biggest hero?
That's a very difficult question. But I would want to say my father. He distilled some hard work ethics in his short time with me.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's always to have a good parent figure. How long has it been since we lost him?
I was in junior high.
Oh wow, that was not too close. It was when you were young too, right?
Yep.
That's terrible. Yeah.
When I just started junior high, so
But
that
you
was a
can
tough
always
loss.
have memories, right? You always remember their
Yes.
memories. Absolutely, and those memories are always something that's precious, especially for family and all that. I had an uncle who was in his 50s, and yeah, absolutely. Who do we have? We have a friend here. Hallelujah, hallelujah to you as well. All right, I think that one went well. Let's go to the next question, TJ.
Okay.
Okay, what do you do in your free time when not working? I know we
Uh,
both work for the same company, but what do you do in your free time?
What in my free time I like to network with people. I do coffee chats with different individuals. But when I'm not working, I do like to do nature photography and be out in the nature.
That's
Since I
awesome.
live up here in Michigan, we have a broad, vast area of nature around us.
That's awesome. Yeah, I think Michigan would be a beautiful place to do that. Is there any particular lakes or any place with woods that's popular that maybe our viewers would be interested in going and visiting?
Traverse City, Michigan.
Oh, Traverse City. All right.
That
What
that
makes that
that's
special?
that's the that's the cherry capital of the United States.
Cherry. Okay, that's awesome. All right. Thank you, TJ. Let's go to the
And there's
next one.
lots of skiing there too
Lots
in
of
the winter.
skiing. So the skiing season starts probably in November, right? When
hmm
is the ski season? Okay, perfect. All right. Next question was, what was your favorite college subject? I think you graduated in tech. Go back and just tell us about your degree and how college life was, and what was your favorite subject?
So my favorite subject in there was anything to do with computers. I did really like the capstone project when we developed a software to allow people to allow a company to take do assessments. I really liked finding the bugs in the software.
Oh, I see. So basically, you like breaking it apart and putting it together and seeing what's wrong with the computer software, right?
hmm
That's awesome. And so your program that you went to college with, was it mainly in person or online? Did you have
in
labs? Yeah,
in person, and we had lots of labs.
awesome. Most of your courses, like, so you had to, I'm sure, take math and all of those, and then from
Hmm.
there you moved on to the computer core subjects, right? It was a
Yep,
regular 180 or 60 credits. Is that what it was?
yep. I did a associates here at the community college, and then the bachelor's at the university.
That's awesome. That's awesome. All
Go
right, TJ.
Cardinals!
Go Cardinals. Oh, your school is the Cardinals too?
Hmm.
Michigan is the Card. That's interesting because the Cardinals football team in Arizona are the Cardinals. That's awesome. So perfect. All right. We have a guy here who wants to participate. And then we have also Leslie who put in case.
Case.
Yeah, he's awesome.
That
Awesome. Thank
must be that must be a place to go visit.
Yeah, exactly. In
I'm not
Michigan.
sure what.
Is that in Michigan? Maybe
I'm
it's in
not.
Michigan.
I'm wondering if that's in Michigan.
Could be, could be. Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, let's go on to the next question. The time is running. All right. Okay, what country would you visit? So, if you could visit any country, what would it be?
I'd like to go and visit Rome and see all Italy
Italy. Okay, awesome. And
Bec-
why there?
because of all the history and all the different museums there. Because
Oh,
that I love museums. I love learning.
that's awesome. And why in particular Italy or Rome? I mean, that you mentioned there's a lot of stuff in the history. Is there anything that you learned from school that you want to go there? What's about Italy?
I'd like to see where the founding of the Catholic Church was,
Okay.
and all the and the Italian food,
Oh, yes. Italian food
because
is good.
I love Italian food.
That's awesome. You don't happen to be Italian in your
No.
genetics, are you? No. Okay. But yeah, definitely Italy's a nice place to do, open minded and stuff. That's awesome. All right. Ready for the next question, TJ?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's go. Okay. If I got a first class ticket, I would fly. Now, you did mention Italy. You can mention that as well. But where would you fly if somebody gave you a first class ticket, either today or tomorrow? You get to pick where you want to fly. Where would you go, TJ?
I think I would go to Rome because
You go to Rome.
that's a long trip.
It is a long trip, yes. But from Michigan, I'm sure you have international flights from there. So it
We
might be
have
two flights.
we
Let's
have
see.
a from Flint Bishop International Airport.
Uh huh. Have you ever been internationally somewhere?
Yes, I actually have.
Ah, where have you been?
Mexico.
You've been to Mexico. And did you fly out of Michigan?
Nope. Actually, yes, I did, but I flew to Texas.
Okay. And then from
Um,
Texas.
I walked over the border.
Seriously?
Yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah,
Wow.
and yes, there is a my grandparents used to have a place in Brownsville,
Okay.
right on the border.
Oh, so that's in Texas, right?
Hmm.
Oh, okay. Awesome. That's awesome.
So I
How
literally
long?
walked over the border.
So how long is the walk? So let's say okay, you were at your grandparents' house, right? And then you walked from their house to the border, or you had to actually drive a bit.
Drive a little bit, but
Okay.
then you get out of the car, and then there's the international bridge.
Oh, okay.
Then
That's
you walk
awesome.
over the bridge.
I've always seen that. I've heard of that too, and I've seen it on videos. That's so awesome. That's awesome. I'm glad that. So tell me your experience about going to Mexico from the walking part of it. I mean, I hear it's always something not easy, but how was your experience? And when did you go, by the way?
Many years ago.
Okay, many
Um,
years ago. Okay.
I was in high school.
You were in high school. Okay. And how was your experience getting in?
It'd probably be a lot different now
Yeah.
because of all the they've tightened down the security in that area that I used to go when I went there. What is now getting overrun.
Oh, seriously? Okay. All right. All right. Great. Yeah.
It's not the
That's an
safest place now.
not safe. Yeah. But so when you were in high school, how many years ago was that? About 10, 15 years ago?
Yes,
You were there? Okay. Oh, so in 15 years, that might have changed. Okay. Great. Okay. Let's move on to the next question, TJ. Are you ready?
I am ready. I don't know about
Okay.
if our audience is ready.
All right. If you're in there, please do join us in the chat. And this is an exciting show. We're getting to know TJ here, our sixth guest here. Okay. Next question. Okay. Are you a video game fan? What is your favorite? I mean, I'm sure we all grew up watching video games in that field and playing video games as well. Were you a
Oh,
fan? Are you a fan?
I am a fan.
Uh huh.
Right. I like the roller coaster tycoon games back when those were around.
Okay.
I liked those simulation type games, the ones where you build something.
Oh, really? Okay. So the first game you mentioned, I never heard of it. What did you call it again?
Roller coaster tycoon.
What is that?
It's where you build a theme park.
Oh, yes. Is that The Sims? It's The Sims, right?
No,
That's different.
but I did like The Sims.
Sims was cool. Yeah, Sims was a kind of an interesting game. But I do remember that game there, and it's awesome. So I'll check it out. Yeah. All right. So here he is. Okay. So that's where Caseville is. Is the tip of the thumb of Michigan. Have you've heard of it, right?
I have.
That's awesome. So that's I'm guessing at the very top there, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. And TJ also mentioned the other type of game. So you mentioned the roller coaster.
And then I also do play. I've been intrigued by the Disney Dreamlight Valley game that's been out with that because it's kind of like The Sims.
Oh yeah. Oh, excellent. That's great. That's awesome. I'm glad you like that. Okay, let's move on to the next question. For me, for video games, I've always enjoyed like any video game that popped up. You know, PlayStation, all that. More of the Disney. But now I kind of got away with it because we're always busy and working, and I have a fabulous show, so no
Yeah,
time.
you certainly have a fabulous show that I'd encourage anybody to come on.
And we're booked actually. We're booked for next week. We're gonna have more people, and then the week after we have more people. We're booked for the end of the month almost. So
So who do
it's
you have on up next?
I'm gonna have I'll be revealing that at the end of the show, so people will stay around and find out. We will not reveal that now. Stick around, guys, to find out who's the next person is. All right. Next question, Mr. TJ. All right. Okay. Have you lived in any other states or U.S. states in this case? I know you're in Michigan. Where have you lived? Have you lived somewhere else?
I haven't lived anywhere else other than Michigan.
So you were born and raised in Michigan.
Yes, but
That's
I
awesome.
spend some of my summer time in Minnesota.
Minnesota. And I do know you have family there, right? You have some family
Yes,
there, grandma
lots of
and all that.
family.
That's awesome. How far away with that? Is that about 16 hours away from you?
13.
13 hours. Okay, pretty close. How about we also change the question to where would you live in the states? If you could live in a different state, where would you live?
I I live in Texas.
You've lived in Texas
I
before.
would.
Okay.
I
So
would
you
live
lived
in.
in Texas or you visited?
I would like to live in Texas.
You would like to live in Texas. Okay. Okay, I got it. That's awesome. So Texas, you have family there too, right? Or
Not anymore.
not anymore? Okay, you used to. Awesome.
But I would have a lot more opportunities for tech jobs in Texas than
Yeah,
I would here.
absolutely. That would be a good way to go there and find more jobs. Um, okay. For me, I have been to about 13, 14 states in the US. I've traveled a lot. I've been everywhere almost. Where is some place that you would like to travel to in the states other than Texas, sightseeing, something you would like to see in the states that you heard of, New York or Washington, some places. I've been to like 13, 14 states almost. Yeah.
I'd like I'd like to see all the museums in Washington D.C.
Oh, okay. All of those. How about the Lincoln Memorial? That would be interesting, right? See that?
That'd be cool to see.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I have a friend of mine who recently got a job in that area, and so DC is definitely a nice place to go and visit for sure.
And I would also like to go visit California to see where all the tech capital, all the tech places are.
Oh yeah, that's fabulous. Like Google, right? Would you want to go
Hmm.
visit the campus of Google?
Or Microsoft here.
Microsoft, Google, all of them, right? Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. I know they're also starting to do stuff over here as well. And Phoenix is it's growing, right? And Phoenix is also growing. A lot of people are getting businesses there. They're actually growing some kind of amusement park here as well. And there's a certain area, it's all empty. And then they're going to fill it up with different amusement parks. I think they're talking about something like Barbie Land or something. I don't know, but
Yeah,
it's kind of funny.
maybe not so much the Barbie
Yeah.
Land.
I have to think about it, but and read about that. But yeah, it's fascinating. So yeah, awesome. Okay, let's move on. We do have about a little bit over 10 minutes here. Okay, next question. Okay, I think we also furthest place you traveled on Earth, and also I know you did mention Italy. You kind of mentioned this question in a bit. We can also rotate that in a bit of would you like to travel out of space and go to a planet? If you could travel to a planet, what would it be and why from your history and reading? What's your favorite planet?
Pluto,
Pluto. Why Pluto?
because nobody's really been there,
Nobody's been there. Okay.
and I could be one of the first people to go. But I know that would take a really long time.
Oh yeah, I think what these 30 years, 40 years maybe to get at least reach it. It's a far place. Um yeah,
Good
that
evening from.
I already have a friend of ours here. Let's add him on the. Yeah, good evening from Bangladesh. Hey there, Mr. Razik. Welcome. Yeah, I mean, do you remember the moon or the moon that was a dwarf for Pluto? Do you remember the name of
Hmm.
it? What was the name of it? I think it
I'm not
was.
sure.
It starts with a C, Sharon or something like that. That was, a fascinating piece of trivia here. And spoiler
Maybe it's
alert,
just
Mr. TJ is actually going to be on the fourth episode of Zoomberly, which will be airing pretty soon. We're taping it pretty soon
today.
here. Wink, wink. Today, yes, we're going to be taping it today, episode 4. And we're excited for TJ to be on my show here. And
And maybe hopefully he's not giving me too many answers.
maybe some of the answers are here on the show. Fabulous, fabulous. All right, Mr. TJ. All right, ready to go to the next and the final question on here. What do we have here? Okay, okay, this is a good one. If I would invent an item to help mankind, what would it be? What would I want to help mankind with? What invention?
This is a very difficult question.
It
But
is.
if I could help mankind with an invention, I'd do some assistive technology. Not entirely sure what it would do, but it would be an assisted technology for people on the autism spectrum
I see. Okay. And
to
why
make
are
their
you?
lives better.
Yeah. So to make people, and why are you passionate about that, TJ?
Because myself being on the spectrum and wishing that there was something like this for me when I
Yeah,
was in school.
absolutely, absolutely. That's that's definitely important, and that's definitely much needed. And with that, what would you do in terms of basically helping them out? What would be would it be a machine?
It'd
Would
be
it
a
be
machine
a machine? Okay,
of some
and,
sort.
that machine would help the consumer learn better, be able
Hmm.
to just be and to be able to expose himself and be able to get out there. Yeah, awesome. That's definitely a good invention. Definitely, we need that. In the
Hmm.
past, people have said kindness, stuff like that. That we need to invent more happiness in the world, right? More
Right,
kind.
and we really need to have more happiness in the world.
Exactly.
There's a
Yeah.
lot. There's a lot of war,
Hmm. There,
grief, and strife.
yes. We
We need happiness.
as people really are selfish because we basically look at ourselves and we say we want this thing. And speaking about myself and other people, let's say for example, you see food or you see anything there, you want it yourself rather than give it to somebody else, right? Let's say a slice of pizza, for example, right? Me, mine. So you want to go ahead and take it first rather than give it to somebody else or somebody else who's there. When we need to think about that more, and we really need to think how we can help others absolutely more. With that, that definitely is something our mindset needs to be changed and be able to think about for sure. Absolutely.
Right.
Perfect. And we do have approximately 9 minutes to go here. We're going to basically the last portion here is to have TJ just talk about himself and about his business and basically what he really is passionate about in terms of LinkedIn. And I know we connected with you almost a year ago. I think it was in October time. And I learned that we both of us work in the same company.
Hmm.
And just tell us, TJ, what are you passionate about and why are you so involved with LinkedIn in the past couple of years?
So the reason I'm passionate about LinkedIn is because I want to my s- grow awareness for people that are on the neurodiverse spectrum, and I also would like to network into a IT help desk position.
Got it. Yeah, absolutely. And do you think LinkedIn is kind of helping it a bit, right? It kind of does.
It does. I've met a lot of cool people
Shout
Les,
out, shout out to people. Go ahead, TJ. Shout out your friends.
like Leslie there, who showed up here today.
Awesome.
Omar, Amber,
Who? Who's Omar? Who's
Amber,
that? That's me.
you,
Okay. All right, Amber. Yes. What about our man who actually played my show? Who actually introduced us?
Matt Allen. I don't
Man,
think
but there's a guy even before that, Mr. Edwards, right?
Jamie Edwards.
Yes. Wasn't he the original guy who introduced us?
I don't think so.
He wasn't the original guy.
No, I think I introduced you to him.
You introduced me to him. Okay. All right. Perfect. Yeah. All right. So you introduced me to Mr. Edwards. Well, he should be here on the program. He will be soon on my program. And yeah, this has been exciting. We just have a few more minutes. How was your experience on this program, Mr. TJ? And
It was great.
awesome. I was so happy to have you on this program. We learned a lot about you and we learned your passion that LinkedIn and how you like to help people and about autism and all that. And I appreciate you definitely being on here. You're a wonderful person and T Tech without you will not go on well. So they need you.
Yeah.
T Tech needs you, and you're doing an excellent job with your company and helping out. We do have a few minutes here. I'm going to go ahead and thank you. Put you in the breakout room. We'll talk in a second here, and we're
Okay.
going to go ahead and just end the last few comments here, and then let everybody know who will be on for next week's show. All right. See
Okay.
you in a
Can't
bit. TJ.
wait to see next week's show.
Awesome. All right, that was TJ Hogg from Michigan, all the way up north there. It's a beautiful place. I have a couple of friends who are in the area as well. And next week, we're going to be having the wonderful, the fabulous Paul. Paul, the finance guy, he's going to be on our show on our next episode, which is going to be, I believe, next Sunday, the 15th. And then, exciting from that, we're going to go hopefully to another place in the world the week after. We will not confirm who it is until we get an approval from them, but we're excited on this episode 6. TJ did a great job. We're excited for him, and we're excited for his venture. You guys stay tuned on the next episode. Do you really know? This is Omar, the host of this show, also host of Zumbardi. Get ready for new episodes and see you again around. Have a wonderful weekend and rest of your Sunday. Take care. Bye-bye.